Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. This video is for water signs. So if you're a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you are in the right place. And as this is a general reading, just take what resonates and leave the rest. As we take a look at your March 2020 for water signs. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And for most of March, we're in Pisces season. Yay! So you're really in your element, water signs. We are also closing out a Mercury retrograde during this Pisces season. And we have a full moon in Virgo towards the, I think it's on the 9th of the month, yeah. What's also interesting about this full moon in Virgo water signs is that Mercury starts moving direct on this day as well. So I feel like there might be some relief that comes in for those of you that really feel the Mercury retrogrades with this full moon in Virgo kind of restoring order to things. So, and then on the 16th, Mercury moves back into Pisces. So when we started the Mercury retrograde back in February, we started with Mercury in Pisces. So now it's had a chance to move back into Pisces again. And I feel like it's going to really bring up just that last bit of stuff from this Mercury retrograde. So anything that you had been working on, be prepared for it to get one last push on the 16th. Then on the 24th, we have the new moon in Aries. Oh, but on the 19th, we move from Pisces into Aries season. So at the end of the month, with about a week left, we move from Pisces, ruled by water, into Aries, ruled by fire. And on the same day that that happens, we have the spring equinox going down as well. So, and then on the 24th, we have the full moon, or the new moon in Aries. So lots of things going on this month. Let's take a look now. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, what the month has in store for you, my beauties. And I brought some roses in this month for spring. Spring is about to sprung. Ignore that. All right. So we're going to start this month off for you water signs with the Three of Cups. And then we're going to move into the King of Cups. By the second week, you'll be in the moon energy, into the Knight of Pentacles, into the Lovers, followed by the Six of Swords. And in the last week, we'll have the King of Wands for you water signs. And by the end of the month, you're going to have the Four of Swords. All right, water signs, this is a very interesting reading. I really like where this is going. It really is making sense to me as I'm taking a look at this, as you are starting the month off with the Three of Cups. This is your first card of the month, which is funny because this card has made an appearance in both the earth sign readings and the fire sign readings. It's just shown up later in the month in the same placement for earth signs and fire signs for the beginning of the third week, or the end of the third week of March, which I thought was so interesting as it came up for to really signify the spring equinox and moving from Pisces season into Aries season. But for you water signs, this is showing up as your very first card of the month, and I think it's so fitting as we're in Pisces season. You guys all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're all just really in your element right now, working with this amazing watery energy that is also being magnified by the Mercury retrograde that is happening currently. And it's just been a really good time for you, water signs. It's been a time for you to be able to, you're hitting this month in kind of a celebratory fashion and just really feeling like you're getting somewhere. There's a lot of clarity available for you, especially in your relationships. I feel like you've seen some very solid people come forward for you in your life. You're really rejoicing in that. You're very grateful for your community and everything that you've been able to create in your life. And this is just the beginning of the first couple of days of this month, March 2020. Are just going to be really lovely for you, water signs. Just really feeling the love, feeling the friendship, feeling the gratitude, and feeling the general connection of community and happiness, which by the end of that week, you have the King of Cups. I feel like the King of Cups is here because you're just really, like I said, you're in the element of water right now, being in Pisces season. This is such an intuitive Pisces. You're the most intuitive sign of the zodiac. So you're very just master of your element right now. Really feeling this, really feeling the connection to source. I feel like your intuition has been really high right now, and feeling that vibration and just really honoring yourself for showing up for yourself. I feel like self-care is top of your list right now, water signs. So just continue that, especially through Pisces season, as you're just really embracing all of the transformation that's available during this very intuitive time. And also I feel like water signs, because this is such a natural space for you, you're really able to share, you're able to encourage others to be very exploratory in their own intuition and to share what's coming forward for them. You're just so open to receiving that from others, and I feel like there's a lot of gratitude from your community for you as well, and you're finally feeling like you've just very much so carved out a special niche place for yourself in the world. And so my water signs, I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude coming from you that beginning of the first week of March. And so then we move into the second week of March with the moon here for you. And really in this Pisces vibe, this Pisces season, I feel like water signs, your intuition is so on point right now. And I also feel like, not only because I feel like that was coming through in the King of Cups, but this is also in your dream space. You might be having some really active dreams right now. So just really paying attention to what's coming through, doing some dream analysis if you can, because it is such a glorious way for our subconscious mind to talk to our conscious mind. It's like the time of day where they get to sit down and have tea and really get in there with your subconscious mind, give your conscious mind a chance to kind of decode the messages that are coming through. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of really significant things come forward as let's see, as we're getting close to Mercury moving direct and that full moon in Virgo, which is coming up, or which is right during this full moon, actually, at the beginning of the second week for you, water signs. So that full moon in Virgo is going to be very, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of information available for you at that time, water signs. So like I said, that moon is going to restore some order and deliver some information for you at that time, that by the end of that week, moving forward with the Knight of Pentacles, that could really turn into something with financial stability around it for you, or a good idea that you want to start to move forward with or bring to fruition into this realm. So it might be these ideas, these translations that are coming through for you, either in your dreams or your waking hours, of messages, of inspirations. And this time is to really, the beginning of the week, we not only have the full moon in Virgo, but we also see Mercury moving direct. So this is going to be a time of action now towards the end of that week that, it still takes a couple of days for the shadow of Mercury to move through, but you're going to start getting the inspirations of how to move these ideas that you've had forward and potentially even open them up as channels of income. So, and that's coming in the end of the second week of March. And now we're going to move into the beginning of the third week. We have your second major arcana card of this reading, your first one being the moon back at the beginning of the first week of the second week of March. So this is the third week of March. You have the Lovers here, which I'm hearing for you during Mercury is re-entering Pisces at this time. I feel like this is a really strong time of magnetism for you, water signs. As Mercury re-enters Pisces, this is about your communication. Remember, words cast spells, so be very careful about the words that you're using at this time. You're going to be particularly, your manifestation is going to be particularly high at this time, so just make sure you're being very conscious about the words that you're using or the things that you're thinking, because at all times you're drawing things to you. So you're really going to start to see that very powerfully the beginning of the third week, water signs. So make sure that your thoughts and that your words are very in alignment with what you would like to create or what you would like to see unfold in your reality, because I think you're going to see that all really happen very quickly the beginning of the third week. And the end of the third week, we have the Six of Swords. For you, water signs, what I'm hearing is there might be some challenges that come forward that are ready for you to address them. It might be some things that you've been putting off, things that you've been putting on the back burner, and they're here, they're like of this reality, not so much in the intuitive or like the ethereal realm. These are challenges that are here on the earth plane for you that are really needing your attention. So anything that you have been anything that you keep moving down your priority list, it's time to prioritize all those things right now and to move them forward at this time. And that's during the end of Pisces season as well. So this kind of dreamy, ethereal energy is going to start burning off for you, water signs. So this is the time to really address these earth things that you need to address at this time. Anything important that you've been putting off, now is the time. With this is also Aries season and the spring equinox that you're moving into, so it's like tying up all these loose ends as you move from Pisces season into Aries season. So, and I believe that you're going to really take care of that, because the beginning of the fourth week, water signs, we have the King of Wands energy for you, which is about really taking control, taking the reins, being the ruler of your own destiny, being very confident in what you're putting out there, creating in the world. So, and I also feel like for you, water signs, this is going to be a time of very high vibrational wisdom is going to be coming through for you to be sharing. And sharing I use very loosely. You can share it with yourself, you can share it with no one, but it's for you to choose how that information moves. Like, you're the vessel that this information is going to come through. So you can choose to just share, with you, or if you want to share with others, that's up to your discretion. But I really feel like there's some substantial downloads of wisdom coming through for you at the beginning of the fourth week of March. Also at this time, we have the Aries new moon. So this is also a strong time of setting intentions and what you would like to see manifest for the next 30-day cycle during the new moon in Aries. And really using that energy of fire water signs. I know sometimes water and fire don't understand each other all the time, but this is your opportunity during the Aries new moon to really accelerate your intentions, okay? And then by the end of the 4th week, we have the Four of Swords for you water signs. So I feel like that this is kind of Pisces season was so very much so in your element, and in that you worked a lot, like you were very active, maybe more so than all of the rest of the elements water signs. So I feel like coming forward for you as we move into Aries season and at the end of March, it's important for you to slow down a little bit and take a bit of a rest and give yourself a break and let yourself, you've gotten a lot of really great knowledge and a lot of really great information has come forward for you during Pisces season, and I feel like for Aries season it's time for you to integrate. So if you find yourself, I know that Aries is usually there's a lot of movement and a lot of activity, but for you water signs, you just did that in Pisces season. So because water and natural movement like that is so easy for you, that the fire element actually might allow you to take a bit of a pause to get a rest, because you're just so like, you're so good in those ethereal realms, water signs. So now that we've moved into a more earthly element of fire, I feel like this might be a good time for you to start just slowing down a little bit and giving yourself the space to integrate everything that you learned and all that good wisdom that came forward, or good knowledge or healing or whatever that was that came through for you during Pisces season. I feel like Aries season is about integration for you water signs, okay? So taking a look back, we have the beginning of the month, we have the Three of Cups, starting off in a very jovial, playful, happy, connected energy. So there's really something for you to come together with others and celebrate the beginning of March, water signs. Then we have the King of Cups, which I feel like is really indicating that you are very much comfortable as the master of your emotions, water signs. And then moving into the moon, feeling the prophecy of your dreams, having the subconscious and the conscious mind really communicating with one another is going to be really important for you, especially during that Virgo new moon or full moon, which is also the moon card for you. So strong moon vibes. Okay, water signs. Look, we even have Scorpio making an appearance down here in the moon card. So a lot of alignment, a lot of information, a lot of connection coming through for you. Like I was saying, you're doing a lot during this Pisces season. It's typically a slow down time, especially during a Mercury retrograde, which does begin to wrap up here. But you, my water signs, are very active during this Pisces season. So you're doing a lot out there in the ethers for yourself and for humanity and for the planet. So, and I feel like these things are going to start moving forward for you in a way where they could be income producing or really being able to open up new channels of income by the end of the 2nd week for you water signs. Then the beginning of the 3rd week, we have the Lovers. All right, water signs. So this is about being careful with what you're saying. Words cast spells, being very conscious of how you're using your abilities to attract in what you would like, your manifestation powers, if you will, or your powers of creation, I like to call them. So you're going to have a very strong magnetism about you with the Lovers showing up at the beginning of your 3rd week. This is also getting close to the time as we are moving from Pisces season into Aries season. As we have here, we have the Six of Swords. With the Six of Swords, this is about addressing things that you have been keeping on the back burner and bringing them forward. Don't let these things come back to haunt you. Just take care of it, move it off your plate, and move on. Especially now that we are moving from Pisces season into Aries season. Okay, water signs, and we are ending this month with the King of Wands. This is your final card, or the first card for your final week. This is about you really feeling really in control of your destiny, making choices, planning for the future, and you're going to be getting downloads of wisdom. I'm hearing, water signs, so get ready for that. And ending the month with the Four of Swords. This is really about taking a pause, taking a breath, allowing yourself some integration, using the Aries season energy as a time to really weave in the lessons that you've learned or the work that you've done in Pisces season. Okay, water signs, all my Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios, that is your reading for March 2020 as we move from most of it's in Pisces season in water and we end off in Aries season in fire. And if you liked this reading and you'd like a more in-depth reading, I have readings by astrological sign on my Patreon page. That's at my $8 tier. And I also just created a $5 tier, which is a past, present, and future 3-card reading for each astrological season. So Pisces season is up there right now. I take a look back into the past of Aquarius season, the present at Pisces season, and the future into Aries season. And I've included that link to my Patreon just in the caption below this video. And I've also included a link to my website. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one reading with me, you can do so through my website at any time. My schedule is live updated in there, so feel free to book with me a spirit call or a tarot reading at any time. That is open. Spots tend to book up kind of fast. So, and then at the end of the month on the 28th, Saturday the 28th, I'm doing my next installment of my Journey to the Akashic Records, a guided meditation for clarity. It's my level 1 Akashic Records class. It's an introduction to the Akashic Records, and that's going to be at Open Eye Crystals, Saturday, March 28th from 3 to 5. And then on Tuesday, March 31st, I'm going to do my Akashic Records level 2 class. So you have to take the level 1 to come to the level 2. If you haven't done the level 1 class yet, catch it on March 28th, or now you can purchase the online version of it straight through my website on the shop tab. So go and check that out if you would like to do my Journey to the Akashic Records guided meditation, but you're not in Los Angeles. I have an answer for that. It's a really transformational, amazing meditation. I highly encourage everyone to do it. I did it for the first time when I was about 22 years old, and it was so transformational for me. So yeah, there's a link to my website below in the caption as well. And I just want to thank you guys all for joining me here on YouTube. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next month, water signs. Bye.